All right, today we're going to look at finding the interior sum of your angles, or the sum of the interior angles. Well, we're using the formula n minus 2, where n is your number of sides. When you take your number of sides and you subtract 2, then that's going to give me how many triangles I have. And every triangle has 180 degrees in it. So we're just going to multiply. So like I've done a few already. On the dodecagon, dodecagon means 12 sides. So 12 minus 2 times your 180 is going to give me 1800 degrees for a dodecagon. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. We're going to take 2 away and multiply that answer by 180. So every quadrilateral would have 360 degrees. Pentagon has 5 sides. Remember, we've already filled out this table. So 5 minus 2 times your 180 gives every pentagon on the interior 540 degrees. This one's a 17gon, so I know it's a polygon that has 17 sides. So 17 minus 2 times 180 degrees is going to give me 2700 degrees for every 17gon that I have for interior angles. 22gon is 22 sides. Take 2 away times 180 degrees is equal to 3600 inside any 22-sided polygon. And then for a hexagon, that is 6 sides. Take away 2 times 180 degrees. So that's going to be 720 degrees for those. Then we can take and make it a regular. What we just got through doing was the sum of all interior angles. So, I mean, they could all be the same, they could all be different, but they have to add up to that magical number that we found. Now, for a regular polygon, we're going to have to still find how many degrees is inside of it, and then we're going to divide by ever how many sides that I have. Now, it says to find the measure of one interior angle, round your answers to the nearest tenth if necessary. A lot come out even, but some will need to be changed. So what we're going to do is we're still going to find out how many degrees is inside. So we're going to use the formula above. So we've got a nonagon, that's 9 minus 2 times 180. Now then we need to take that answer and we divide it by the number of sides. How many sides did my figure have if it's a nonagon? 9. So in the top, 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 times 180 is 1260 degrees. But then we need to come back and divide that answer by 9. So every angle, if it's a regular nonagon, is going to be 140 degrees. Number 8, a regular octagon. Well, an octagon has 8 sides, so 8 minus 2 times that 180. And divide by the number of sides you have, which is 8. So that's going to be 8 minus 2 is 6 times my 180 is 1080. And I'm going to divide that answer by 8. So every interior angle for a regular octagon is going to be 135 degrees. Now, number 9, they switch a little bit. We know that we take everything inside, we add it up, and we set it equal to how many degrees is inside there. Well, now, they're probably going to switch me around. It's not going to be something like a triangle or something like a square. or a rectangle that, I'm going to know exactly how many degrees in there. So the first step I need to do is I needed to count my sides. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So I've got 5 minus 2 times that 180. I've got to decide what they add up to inside. So this is 3 times 180. So this figure right here has 540 degrees inside. All angles inside must add up to 540 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 68 plus my 121 plus my 103 plus my 85 plus my x, add them all up and set them equal to 540. So now let's add up our 68, our 121, our 103, and our 85. That's 377 plus x is equal to 540. So now let's move our 377 by subtracting it. So x has to equal to 163 degrees. I'm going to do the same thing for the second one there, number 10. I've got to know how many degrees is in the interior. So I'm going to count sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 minus 2 times 180 is going to give me 720 degrees for the interior. We have to figure our own in some of our interior angles. That very first formula that we just did. I've got to figure up how many degrees is inside my figure. Then I can take and add everything up. I have a 90 degrees. I have 140 degrees. I have 150 degrees. I have another 90. I have an X. I have 130. And that's got to equal to 720. So I'm going to add them up. 90, the 140, the 150, another 90, and my 130. And that's going to give me 600 plus my X is equal to 720. Then I'm going to subtract it off. So X is going to equal to 120 degrees. And then the last one, I'm going to start doing the exact same thing. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 minus 2 times my 180. So there's 360 degrees inside of this figure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all these things up. Okay. So I'm going to get 89 plus my 5x minus 8 plus my 51 plus my 3x plus 4 is all going to equal to 360 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to add up what I can. I can add 89, take away 8, add my 51, and add my 4. That's going to give me 136. I've got a 5x and a 3x to give me 8 x's. And all that's still equaling to 360 degrees. I'm going to take away my 136. So 8x is going to equal to 224. And then I'm going to divide by 8. So my x will equal to 28. Okay. So you've got to be able to find some of your interior angles. You got to be able to find one interior angle if they say it's regular. And then before I can solve using the algebra, I've got to find out how many degrees is inside. Because if I don't find out how many degrees is inside for these questions, then I'm not going to know what to set it equal to. So I have to set it equal to how many degrees is inside. Then we look at exterior. Not only do we have interior angles, but we also have exterior angles. And for any convex polygon, the sum of your exterior angles is always 360. I don't care if it's a 17-sided polygon or a triangle. All exterior angles add to 360 degrees. There is nothing for me to find. So what I'm going to do is all these exterior angles, I want to add them up. 60 plus 70 plus x plus my 40 plus my 65, and that's going to be equal to automatically 360. We don't find anything because they are exterior angles. They are outside of my polygon. So then I'm going to add my 60, my 70, my 40, and my 65, and I want to get 235 plus x is equal to 360. And I want to subtract my 235. So x is going to equal to 125 degrees. And again, notice I've got more exterior angles on number 2. But again, I'm not going to be doing anything but setting them equal to 360 when I add them up. So I've got 8x plus 54 plus 45 plus 50 plus 42 plus x plus 4x is equal to 360 degrees. So if I've got an 8x and another x, that's 9x, and 4 more makes 13 x's. Then I've got 54 plus my 45 plus the 50 plus the 42. That's going to give me 191. All still equaling to 360 degrees. So 360, I'm going to take away that 191. So I get 13x is equal to 169. And divide by 13. So the x I'm looking for is 13. Now remember, you have to look to see whether you're inside or outside, interior or exterior. And then the last thing we're going to do is find one exterior angle if it is a regular. So that's always 360 divided by ever how many sides. An octagon has 8 sides. So 360 divided by 8. Every exterior angle would have to measure 45 degrees. On this one would be 360 divided by 22. And it doesn't come out even, so it says to the nearest tenth. So we're going to call this 16.4 degrees when it's rounded. A pentagon has 5 sides, so I would divide by 5. So that would be 72 degrees for every exterior angle to be exactly the same. And the last one here is 360. Divide by your number of sides, which is 6. And that would give me 60 degrees for those angles. Okay?